Leipzig remain top of the pops out in the Bundesliga as the top four starts to take shape. But who's going to be there after match number 6? We'll take a little look at it. No! Folks, back once again with another Prick Show. Today we take a look at match day number 6 out in the Bundesliga, and we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new to the channel, smash your subscribe button to get you bang up to date with all things Bundesliga related, Blackburn Rovers related, or football related. We got it all here under one roof. That's right, boys and girls. Of course, action-packed weekend this past weekend across Europe and including Bundesliga, with a lot of goals to talk about, a lot of drama. Of course, we'll get into that in just a second. A big shout out to the Patreon gang, support the scenes behind the works, that sort of stuff. So I do appreciate it. They make me get up every day and bang out these videos like they do. If anyone else is out there who wants to support the channel in another way, check out the link down below. We're trying to get up to 25 patrons by the end of the year. It's a big ask. We've got, 2 months to do it, so hopefully, fingers crossed, we can try and get over the line. If you are interested, make sure to check it out, patreon.com/Roverseas. So let's get into it. So waste no more time. We'll try and bang these babies out. Oh yeah! And have a look at it. Of course, the Bundesliga. It's spooky, spectacular time. Countdown to Halloween. Who's going to be in for a fright? Who's going to be in for some delight? This is the criteria not to do in the shit-faced gang. 3 to 6, straight-faced club, 7+ in top bins, lads. In top bins. It all kicked off on Friday, October 23rd. I think a lot of people did very well this week. No, there are a lot of thumbs up. There are a lot of thumbs up. Anyway, 1-1 in the end on this bad boy. That's right. I actually went with a 2-1 win. My pick's on the right. Goal scorers of the day: Oriel Malanga on the score sheet. He's an ex-Man City man. Sebastian Anderson getting the equaliser for FC Köln as they shared the points. I actually went with a 2-1 win myself, so not too great. But anyway, moving on. Bayern 5-0 winners over Frankfurt. I actually went with a 3-0 win myself. Robert Lewandowski got himself a hat-trick. Leroy Sané as well. Jamal Musiala. Is that the English fella? I think that could be the English fella on the score sheet for Bayern as they came out on top. 5-0. Bobby Daz actually went with a 3-0 myself. Not too bad on that one. Leipzig 2-1 winners over Hertha Berlin. Right top of the pops. Goals on the day: Theo Upamecano for Leipzig and Marcel Sabitzer as well on score sheet for Leipzig, with John Kurt Probe on score sheet for Berlin, with Dejan Gosel Čuković get himself sent off on that one. So another 3 points in the bag for Leipzig as they maintain their top of the table push. They always do this, and at the end they always fluff their lines. So I'm not anticipating any major push for them. I think they'll just keep up the heat, and then after Christmas they'll fall away. Next up, Union Berlin 1-1 over Freiburg. A lot of us called this. I saw it. I went the 1-1 draw myself. Got to bang on the nose, lads. Bang on the nose. Vincenzo Grifo on the score sheet for Freiburg, but it was an equaliser from Robert Andrich on 36 minutes. Actually, 2 goals in quick succession there to kind of rock the boat there. Meanwhile, Mönchengladbach were actually 2-1 down at one stage against Mainz, but came out on top of the 3-2 win. I was happy with that on the stream. Lars Stindl, Jonas Hoffmann, and Matthias Ginter on the score sheet for Gladbach, with Jon Philippi Matata on the score sheet for Mainz. A couple of goals there. But Gladbach came out on top of the big fat double there. Dortmund 3-0 winners over Schalke in that derby down there on the Rhine or whatever. Manuel Ankarench, Erling Haaland and Mats Hummels getting all 3 goals there for Dortmund. I got that one bang on the nose, bang on the nose. Oh yeah, bang on the nose. Wolfsburg 2-1 victors into Sunday. Wout Workhorst on score sheet. Maximilian Arnold giving Wolfsburg 2-0. I got this one bang on the nose as well. Look at me. And Shevin Schlipplock on the score sheet for Arminia Bielefeld as they unfortunately suffered another defeat, starting to fall down that table. It is 3 defeats on the spin for them. Werder Bremen, no, they're keeping up the heat. Just outside the Europa League spots. 1-1 draw over Hoffenheim. Max Egerstein on the score sheet. Dennis Geiger. 1-1 draw. Actually, with a 1-0 for Bremen. Not too great. And then wrapping it up on Monday night, it was Leverkusen up against Augsburg. 3-1 win in the end. Lucas Aliaro with a couple of goals. Musa Diaby on the score sheet for Leverkusen, with Daniel Cagliari on the score sheet for Augsburg. Actually, I went the 2-1 win myself, so I got myself 2, 4, 6, 7. Remember the number. And a lot of top thumbs up there, though, so I did pretty well. Yeah, I'm actually very proud of myself. I'm going to frame this one on my computer and on the wall. Did okay. This is the table as it stands. Leipzig leading the charge at the moment, just 1 point clear of Dortmund and München or Bayern, with Leverkusen a good 4 points adrift. Mönchengladbach though, my boys up to 6. So far so good. Stuttgart do very well. So do Werder Bremen. Of course, we are sticking to it. Live action prediction league coming at you, and again refresh the criteria not to do in the shit-based gang. 3-6 straight face club 7+. You're in the top bins, lads. You're in the top bins. Who is in the top bins? Johnny talks Bundesliga. Are you in the top bins, son? You're not. You did all right. Liam 2000 is. You get a round of applause. You get round of applause if you get top bins, or you get round of applause if you're patron. So no matter what you get. Roberto Hollis, not too bad. Moritz Spratelli, well done, brother. Well done, well done. Football Mapper, well done. Also, well done, well done. Hans Worst, you did all right. Russell Frost, you did okay, brother. Yannick Buster, top bins as well. Well done. Well, fair play. Ivan Stringer did okay. Oh, Maggie Monday, not too bad. Nathan Eva, well done. And top bins. Woo! Get in there. Costas K, he did okay. He did better than okay. Well done, Costas K. Club skills, not too bad. Ultra Omar, woo! Get in there, my son. Yes, get in there. Alex Weller, well done as well. Come on, son. Get in. Denzel Tan, he ain't too bad. NWC, woo! He's got the crown. He's got the crown. He did it for the crown. Oh yeah, he's in there. Kieran, not too bad. Get in there, Kieran. Smashing it home. Gaming Charlie, not too bad. Shane O'Donnell did bits as well, killing it. Shepherd, woo! Get in there, Shepherd, my son. Ishan, not too bad. Bianca Muller, smash it. Of course she did. And in the corner, okay, he did it. Just did okay. Meanwhile, Josh's world travel, he did bits. Get in there, Josh. Luka Kujanovic also get in there, my son. Well done. Neil Galilei did all right. Ilmitch he did all right. Bossio Mata did bits. Matt Gunner, woo, get in there, Matt son. Omar Escobedo, the Mexican sniper, he sniped a couple of predictions there. Vincent Ong, well done as well. Bayern fan, did well. LG Cow, they also smashed it. We are QPR. Did alright. And I think that's it. This is the leaderboard for this week and this week alone. Look at it. Look at the high scores, guys. But we have a leader. We have a couple of leaders. Ultra Omen, get in there, my son, with flipping 8 out of 9. Wow. Take a bow. Vincent Hong as well. Also did very well. That's just this week, though. But who is your king? Who is you? Bow down, I say. I bow down to your king. It is Alex Weller. There's 2 years. NWC 239 with a 75% success rate. That is incredible after five matches. Of course, it's still early days though. Still early days. Of course, patrons doing well as well. In the top 10, we've got Bianca just outside. Oh, Mexican Sniper, LG and Cow doing very well right now. But it's still early days. Let's get into it now. Plough forward. The next game, Schalke taking on Stuttgart. That is on Friday, the day before Halloween. Whoa. These two sides played each other 107 times in the past. 46 wins for Schalke, 44 wins for Stuttgart, and 17 draws. The last 6, though, sees 4 wins for Schalke, nothing for Stuttgart, and 2 draws. Last time played each other, it was in fact a draw, and it was in fact in Schalke back in May 2019. Schalke have actually failed to win the last 21 matches in the Bundesliga, despite changing their manager. Schalke have actually conceded at least 3 goals in 6 of the last 7 matches as well. They come into this just 1 defeat the past 3, though. One of those was a friendly, so it doesn't really count. So don't look too much promising still. Meanwhile, Stuttgart unbeaten 5, picking up 3 wins and 2 draws in the process. Can we look at the odds on this one then, shall we? Stuttgart 11, Schalke 11-5 for the victory. Stuttgart are your favourites 11-10. 12-5 is your draw, of course. Meanwhile, Schalke come into this in the relegation zone, actually just 1 point on the board so far, but the win for them could go as high as 14th. Meanwhile, Stuttgart come into this 5th, and the win for them, they could go as high as 4th. That's right. Yeah, big movers. Big movers. I do anticipate something here for Schalke. I'm going to give them a draw. I think Stuttgart, but the grand scheme of things, when you look at Schalke, you they are a decent team. It's just going for a bad spell right now. It happens to the best of them. So yeah, Stuttgart should be content with the point on this one. Meanwhile, Frankfurt taking on Verda Bremen. Of course, these two sides have played each other 109 times in the past. 42 wins for Frankie, 44 wins for Werder Bremen, and 23 draws. The last 6, those things, 2 wins piece and 2 draws. However, last time played each other was in Bremen. It was back in lockdown. It was in June 2020. It was a 3-0 win for Eintracht Frankfurt. That's right. However, last time played each other in Frankfurt was back in March 2020 as well. It was a 2-0 win for Frankfurt. Andre Silva, Dachi Kamada, and Filip Kostic on score sheet. Filip Kostic actually got himself sent off. Those other 2 guys on the score sheet. Heading into this, Werder Bremen looking very, very good, but at long last. Of course, they had a terrible season last season. Unbeaten 5, picked up 3 wins and 2 draws. Make that unbeaten 4. Make that unbeaten 4. Of course, one of those games was a friendly. However, on the flip side, Frankfurt actually just 1 loss in the past 4 games as well. Actually, 1 loss in the past 5 games as well. Just on that loss was against Bayern. So you're looking at this one, it's going to be difficult. Look at the odds on this one. Frankfurt 4-3 on. Stone favourites 10-3 is your away win. That's Werder Bremen 14-5 is your draw. Frankie coming to this in 8th, and for them they could go as high as 4th. Werder Bremen coming to this in 7th, and they also could go as high as 4th with the W on this one. I'm going with Frankfurt on this one. Home form should take it. I like Werder Bremen, I do. I like to see them do well. I don't want to see them struggling like last season, but I think Frankfurt will have this one nailed on. Next up, FC Köln taking on Bayern. Of course, these two sides played each other 98 times in the past. 24 wins for Köln, 51 wins for Bayern, and 23 draws. The last 6, those 6, 5 wins for Bayern, 1 draw, and nothing for Köln. Last time played each other was in Köln. It was a 4-1 win for Bayern. That's right. That was back in February 2020. Robert Lewandowski on the score sheet. Kingsley Coman and Sergi Gnabry with a couple of goals. Mark Utter on the score sheet for Köln as they try to get a consolation out of it. Bayern have actually won 17 in the last 18 matches in the Bundesliga. They've actually scored at least 4 goals in the last 3 matches as well. They come into this 5 games on the spin, and the win, and that's across the board. Domestic cups, also league, and also Champions League. Meanwhile, Köln are actually unbeaten in 2, picking up 2 draws out of the past 2 games, so not really that great, not that exciting. Anyway, heading into this 9-1, Köln are your underdogs, 6-1 is short, 5-1 on. Of course, Bayern are your favourites. And the win for them, they could go.
So yeah, can you still hear me? Yes, you can.
Meanwhile, Köln come into this in the relegation playoff, but a win for them, they could go as high as 14th. Oh yes, it could be a season struggle, I think, for Köln. Anyway, they need a result, but they ain't going to get it this time around. 3-0 win for Bayern, of course it will be. Augsburg up against Mainz. These two sides played each other 28 times in the past. 12 wins for Augsburg, just 10 for Mainz, and 6 draws, of course. The last 16, 5 wins for Augsburg, 1 win for Mainz. No draws. Last time they played each other within Mainz, it was a 1-0 win for Augsburg. However, last time they played each other in Augsburg was back in December 2019. It's 2-1 for Augsburg. Marco Richter, of course, he followed in Niederlechner as well from the penalty spot, giving Augsburg the victory. Levin Otsanali getting the consolation goal for Mainz. Mainz have actually lost the last 6 matches in the Bundesliga, so they are looking pretty nailed on for the drop. Meanwhile, Augsburg are without a win in 3 in the Bundesliga, losing 2 and drawing 1. They did start the season in pretty good form, but they've now started to realise what's on offer. 11-10 on Augsburg are your favourites, 30-5 is your 11-4 is your 30-5 is your away win, 11-4 is your draw. Augsburg coming to this now in 11th, of course, free falling now down the table. Mainz are rock bottom. I think this is the year they go down. A win for Mainz, so they could go above Berlin into 15th. Win for Augsburg in 11th, they could go as high as 4th. I don't. One with a draw. Yeah, I don't know. I think Mainz, if they're going to get anything, if they're going to get a result, a positive result anytime soon, this is one that they could take it. So I'm going to go with a draw on this one. Next up, we have Arminia Bielefeld taking on Dortmund. Of course, these two sides played each other 48 times in the past. 12 wins for Bielefeld, 20 wins for Dortmund, and 16 draws. Been to both of those places. I used to go to Bielefeld regularly, me. But anyway, these two sides, last 6 is in 1 win for Bielefeld, 3 wins for Dortmund, and 2 draws. Last time they played each other in competitive action was in Dortmund back in May 2019. It was a 6-0 win for Dortmund. That's right. Sebastian Kell with a couple of goals, and Mohamed Zidane as well. Nelson Haddad Valdez, Thansel Hanalji, and Tinja. All familiar names to me. No, but that's that played in Bielefeld was a 0-0 draw back in December 2018. Heading into this, Dortmund just 1 loss in the past 4 games. That was against Lazio. Meanwhile, Bielefeld 3 defeats on the spin in the Bundesliga. Not great form for them. Heading into this, the bookies odds. We have 32 for Bielefeld, 5-2 on Dortmund are the favourites, 4-1 is your draw. Dortmund coming to this in 3rd, and for them they could go. Meanwhile, Bielefeld coming to this 14th, and for them they could go as high as 9th. I'm going to go with Dortmund, of course, and with a 3-0 comfortable win in here. Next up, the game of the weekend, though. Game of the weekend. Maybe we'll do a watch on. Maybe we might do it. No, I can't. I'm working. Shit, can't do it. I would have done it. Anyway, these two sides play each other 8 times in the past. 5 wins for Leipzig, no wins for Gladbach, and 3 draws. Goodness gracious me. Changed the record. Gladbach last time they played each other was in Leipzig. It was a 2-2 draw. However, last time they played each other in last time they played each other in Mönchengladbach was a 3-1 win for Leipzig. Timo Werner with a hat trick. Breland Bowl on the score sheet for Gladbach as they lost. Leipzig have actually won 5 of the last 6 matches in the Bundesliga, and they've also scored at least 2 goals in 5 of the last 6 matches away from home. Mönchengladbach are actually undefeated in the last 5 home matches, so hopefully they can do it. So these two sides, a lot of them, no L's in the last 5 games across the board. Mönchengladbach just 1 draw the past 4. Meanwhile, Leipzig looking very, very good across the board, both in domestic and Champions League football. So it's going to be tight, and I do expect Leipzig to give Gladbach a game. 2-1 on, 2-1 for Mönchengladbach for the victory. 23-20 for Leipzig. 30-5 is your draw. Gladbach come into the 6th, and for them they could go as high as 4th. Leipzig are
the box and win. Will remain to the box.
I'm going for a draw, I think, on this one. 2-2. More in hope than anything else, but I think Gladbach will get something out of this one. Moving on, what do we have next? We have Freiburg up against Leverkusen. These two sides have played each other 42 times in the past. 10 wins for Freiburg, 19 wins for Leverkusen, and 13 draws. The last 6 this season, nothing for Freiburg, 3 for Leverkusen, and 3 draws. Last time played each other was in Freiburg. It was a 1-0 win in May in lockdown. It was a Kai Havertz goal that separated the two sides heading into this. Leverkusen have actually undefeated in 9 last 10 matches away from home, whereas Freiburg are actually undefeated in the last 5 home matches. Wow. Heading into this, just one defeat in the past 5 for Freiburg. Heading into this both home and away. That was against Dortmund, of course, away. Meanwhile, Leverkusen coming to this with the unbeaten run of 5 across domestic and European action, of course, in the Europa League. Look at the odds on this one then, shall we? What do we have on this? Freiburg against Leverkusen. It's 11-4 for Freiburg, 5-2 is draw, 11-10 on for Leverkusen. They are your favourites. Leverkusen come into this. Where are they? They're 4th. A win for them, they could go as high as 2nd. Meanwhile, Freiburg come into this despite their good bit of form, they're all the way down in 13th. Bit of win for them, they could go as high as 4th. Get in there. I'm going with Leverkusen there with a 2-0 win, comfortable in there. Again, busy schedule for them though. Games coming thick and fast all over the place. Next up, Hertha Berlin taking on Wolfsburg. These two sides played each other 55 times in the past. 22 wins for Hertha Berlin, 18 wins for Wolfsburg, and 15 draws. The last 6 though sees 1 win for Berlin, 2 wins for Wolfsburg, and 3 draws, of course. Last time played each other was in Wolfsburg. It was a 2-1 win for Hertha Berlin. That was back in January 2020. However, last time played each other in Berlin was a 3-0 win for Wolfsburg. That's right, that was August 2019 with Woodworkers on the goal, Justin Barricalo and Justin Roussillon on the score sheet for Wolfsburg after they took on the 3 points. Berlin have actually lost the last 4 matches in the Bundesliga, and they've also conceded at least 2 goals in those last 4 matches as well. Wolfsburg are undefeated in 9 of the last 10 matches away from home in the Bundesliga. They're coming to this though, just 1 win the past 5 across the board. That was against Bielefeld last time around. Meanwhile, 4 defeats on the spin for Berlin. Not a pretty sight. Quick look at the odds then on this one. 7-4 for Berlin. For the 5-2 is draw. 7-5 for Wolfsburg. They're probably the favourites on this one. Of course, Wolfsburg coming to this in 10th. For the win for them, they could go as high as 4th. Berlin coming to this in 15th. For the win for them, they could go as high as 12th. Get in there, get in amongst it. I'm going to go with a 2-1 win though for Wolfsburg, despite playing away from home. Hoffenheim against Union Berlin. Of course, these two sides have played each other just twice. It's actually been 2 wins on the spin for Hoffenheim, of course. The last time they played each other was in Hoffenheim. It was in lockdown back in June 2020. It was a 4-0 win for Hoffenheim. Ibis Aboyu on the score sheet. Kadamic, Dabur, and Christoph Baumgartner on the score sheet for Hoffenheim in a 4-0 rout. Heading into this, though, just 1 win the past 4 games across the board for Hoffenheim. That was against Red Star Belgrade in the Europa League. On the flip side, Union Berlin unbeaten in 4 games, it looks like. Picking up 2 draws, 3 draws actually, and a win to boot. So they're clinging on, they're playing dirty football, or not dirty football, like nitty-gritty football. 5-4 on Hoffenheim are your favourites, 3-1 is your, 14-5 is your away win on this one, and that is in favour of Union Berlin on this. I am going to go with, I'll tell you in a minute, Union Berlin, despite you know, they're actually down in 12th, but a win for them, they could go as high as 4th. Meanwhile, their opposition, Hoffenheim, are in 9th, and a win for them, they could go as high as 4th as well. Both battling for 4th spot, and amongst everybody else, of course, I'm still going to go with a Hoffenheim victory on Monday night, 2-1 in the end. Excuse me. That's what I think will happen this spectacular weekend. What do you guys think? Make sure you get your predictions in nice and early, of course. At the end of it, if my predictions are bang on the nose, Bayern will be back on top of the pops. Dortmund 2nd, Leipzig 3rd, and Leverkusen to 4th. My boys will be all the way down in 9th, but it's okay, brothers. It's still early doors. Down the further table, Mainz and Schalke going down with Köln scrapping for their lives in the playoff spots. But it's still, again, early days in that, and early days in the old prediction thing. So make sure you get your picks in nice and early for that one. That's it, my friends. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, smash that thumbs up. If you are new, make sure you bang the subscribe, of course. Let's get this video up to, I don't know how many likes it usually gets, but let's get it over double digits, of course. I don't know what numbers we usually get, but anyway, smash that like button. Let's get it up there to give it a boost over the spectacular season, of course. Yes, we'll be back, of course, next weekend, probably on Monday or Tuesday. I don't know, whenever I can get to it. Of course, the games are coming thick and fast across the board. Make sure you give the video some loving, though. I do appreciate it. And also, if you want to support the channel in another way, check out the link down below, patreon.com/Roverseas, amongst my other stuff, Twitter, Facebook, and all that kind of stuff. Support the channel behind the scenes. We'll give this the energy to kick us forward. Anyway, that's it. Until then, be safe out there this Halloween. Whether you are trick-or-treating or not, I don't know what the rules are in your country or in your town or in your village or whatever. But then if you are, be safe, mask up, definitely mask up, because there's scary beasts out there. Until then, though, stay safe, and I'll see you all next time.